Having a hard time adjusting to fame. All right, let's make a poll. I'm on a tad bit early. Did you tell me something you learned this week? And like the video. Michael Pequeño Falle. Ni bala que yo pierda. La vida que yo tengo vale una puta mierda. Okay, the poll is up and running. Pause. Who is the one person? Don't be a stranger. Wait a second, I gotta check a text. Back. I'm back. Man, I had a long day, so I can't even lie to y'all. I might only be on here for like 1 hour. Maybe. Maybe 1 hour. I always do like 1 hour minimum. So I'll be on here until 10 o'clock for sure. But after that, I can't make any promises. If the conversation's good, maybe. If not, maybe not. Maybe not. Tell me something good, people. What happened in your life this week? Or tell me something bad if you want to. But I think it's better if you say something good. Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum assalam. Who are you? Where are you from? La vida que yo tengo vale una puta mierda. Ain't no party like a Diddy party. I wouldn't know, and I don't want to know. You can keep that over there. Hold on, y'all gotta check a text. Alright, I'm back. Where am I? I'm in Texas, greatest state. Damn, your mattress look just like mine. How you know? You can't even see my mattress. I crashed a bus full of autistic kids into a river. That happens sometimes. It's, it's part of life. I'm no P. Diddy. No, I'm no P. Diddy, and I don't want to be anything like him. Unless you're saying no, and you just can't spell. If you're saying K-N-O-W, I'm not sure. Either way, I don't know him either. So, it's about to be one of those nights where my chat is full of random people instead of my actual user subscribers. What's everyone's favorite genre of music? And once you tell me your favorite genre, go ahead and tell me your favorite song too. First, I'm gonna see if I know it. If I don't know it, I might go listen to it later. I always love listening to new music. Also, I feel like what kind of music you like says something about your personality. My music taste is it's all over the place, man. The music that I've listened to and enjoyed, you wouldn't even believe it. I don't know what genre you call this, but You're Mine by, is it The Games? I don't know how to pronounce that. I don't know if it's like The Games or Dagums. Dagames. It could be a lot of things. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look that one up later. What genre do you think that it is? Does it sound like another song that I might know? You don't know how to pronounce it either? Hmm. I'm guessing they're not extremely popular. You're Mine. I'm gonna have to look that one up, man. What I end up doing is screenshotting any songs that people put in the chat, and I'll go check them out later. I listen to all kinds of music, bro. Like literally, like people say that all the time. Oh, I listen to everything, bro. I literally listen to everything. What's up, bro? How you living? I've been seeing you active on TikTok, bro. You and your, is it your fiance? Are y'all engaged? I feel like y'all are engaged. If not, she's your strong girlfriend. Heavy, heavy girlfriend. Can you play Your Mind on stream later? People's first reactions to the song are always funny. Bro, my laptop, I don't even know where my laptop is. I think it's on the floor. But also, like, I don't know how popular the song is, and the last time I played a song on my stream, it got taken down, so I'm kind of scared to play it. I think I'm gonna have to just do it later. But I'm guessing it's a crazy song if you're saying people's reactions are funny. I don't think there's anything that I could personally hear that would generate a crazy reaction from me, because I've listened. I don't even know what, I can't remember what this genre is called, but it's like gore. It's like people talking about like the worst possible crimes. Like I'm talking about like genital cutting and stuff like that. Why was I listening to that? Like I said, don't even try to figure it out. I listen to everything, bro. If someone's like, "Hey, you should check this song out," I'll go listen to it. Cause sometimes stuff sounds really good. I'm more of a lyrical person, but also like I'll just vibe with music heavy. So if the song sounds good, but I'm not really feeling the lyrics, I'll still listen to it. Oh, you put a ring on it. Okay, I thought it was your fiance, but I just hate accidentally saying the wrong thing. So I didn't want to be like, "Oh, your fiance," and then this whole time it's not your fiance. It's weird in a different way. Yeah, I don't know, man. Too risky. I'm gonna listen to it, but not on stream though. And if you're in the next stream or something, if I run into you again, I'll tell you. I'll tell you what I thought of it. Also, are you in Mexico? I saw on TikTok you were in Mexico. Was that recent or not? Because the way TikTok's set up, man, people that I follow, their videos pop up and you would think it's today and it's like 3 months ago. Sometimes I'm like, oh, this is funny. And I'm about to comment and I see all the comments are from like June or something. And I'm like, oh, I'm not even gonna comment because this video's so old. Lyrics still crazy, but it's not like a gore thing. Fun JGCU facts. How old are you? I'm trying to figure out if this is like y'all generation's Dance with the Devil. I don't know if you know about Dance with the Devil, but when we were kids, that was like our thing. We're like, bro, you gotta check out Dance with the Devil. It's such a good song. And we would be like, I gotta see your reaction. You gotta listen to it in front of me. And then people were like, oh my God. Everyone, Axa Molina is my wife. Oh, fun JGCU facts. You're 13? Yeah, this is definitely probably your generation's Dance with the Devil. You don't know what Dance with the Devil is, do you? Just got back a few hours ago. My son got accepted into a study abroad program over there. Oh, that's dope. Wait. How old is your son? From looking at him, he looks like he's about 13, 14 type, right? And um, so he's gonna be going to school in Mexico? 15, okay. So basically more or less starting high school. I can't remember what age you start high school, 14, 13. So he's already in high school. 15, you gotta be a sophomore probably. So he's about to be like doing high school in Mexico, or is that for later? Rolando, we talked about this before. You fucking nerd. There's a kid that's been over all day with us. He's 12, and I want to be like, bro, go home. But then I'm like, wait, nah, he can stay because it's a safe place, and who knows what he's dealing with at home. I'll be like, nah, bro, go home and go deal with that shit. The people in this chat could be my dad. Bro, everyone in this chat could be your dad. We're all your dad. Let me see. If I was your dad, I would have been, let me think. You're 13. I would have been 18-ish when I had you. So yeah, I could be your dad. I have friends that had kids younger than 18. I had friends that had kids when we were like 16 years old. So I'm fake. No. I get what you're saying. But at the same time, I'll be like, all right, buddy, time to go home. Yeah, bro, it's a university that has a high school study abroad program, but it's just a semester, but they're paying for it. That's super dope. Does he already speak Spanish? Have you already taught him some stuff, or is he about to just pull up and learn on the go? I feel like with your fiance and with your speaking Spanish already, he has to have like some Spanish speaking skills, right? Har Charles. Yeah, I don't know what that means. That Har Charles. Is that like you saying hey, but you got a speech impediment? You're like, Har Charles. Har. If that's the case, sorry that you have a speech impediment, and I didn't mean to make fun of you. Please don't cancel me. I have a family. No shade, but you look like the love child between LeBron James and Humpty Dumpty. How you even know what Humpty? You don't even know what Humpty Dumpty looks like. Tell me what Humpty Dumpty looks like. What's up, Giselle? He's decent, but a little shy to talk. Half the program is in Spanish. Okay, so it's in Mexico, and it's half English, half Spanish. I'm waiting on JGCU to tell me what Humpty Dumpty looks like. Humpty Dumpty was not an egg. Everyone thinks Humpty Dumpty was an egg. Humpty Dumpty was not an egg, bro. Tell me where in the poem do they say Humpty Dumpty was an egg? Motherfuckers hear somebody fell and they say he's got to be an egg. What? Why? Bingo. That's dope, man. What part of Mexico is it in? And are you gonna be there, or are you just dropping them off and? Okay, just like an egg in general. All right, I can respect that. Don't be calling me Humpty Dumpty, dog. Just say I look like LeBron James in an egg. I can respect that. I'll be that. I don't want to be their love child though. Just I'm nobody's love child. JGCU, you were cool till you called me Humpty Dumpty, dog. He could have been anything that breaks easy, or just a guy that broke his skull. I mean, yeah, that's what I was about to say. I think if most people fall off of a high wall, they're gonna break their skull if they land on their head. And people are just like, he was an egg. I'm like, what? What? An egg person. I don't know how like the first person decided that a giant egg person is Humpty Dumpty. I remember as a kid, I used to be like, who said that? Who said he's an egg? And people would just be like, he's an egg. And I'm just like, but where's that coming from? Like, why is he an egg? I still don't know to this day. No one ever has a good answer. They're just like, oh, he's an egg. Monterrey. I'm going with him. Can't send my dude off like that. So you're gonna be there the entire semester, or you just accompanying him, letting him go, going back home? What song were we talking about earlier? You have to ask JGCU Facts. I screenshotted it, but I don't remember. It was called like You're Mine by DA Games. Dagames. I don't know. Giselle, what are you saying? I don't know, too. Giselle just leaves random comments that nobody knows what she's responding to. The only person who might know what she's responding to is Rolando, because they got the same disorder. Rolando, do you know the song You're Mine by DA Games? He told me to play it on the stream, but I said nah. I'll listen to it later. But he said people always get reactions. That's why I brought up Dance with the Devil. And back to Humpty Dumpty, they just don't want to traumatize the kids. But now kids grow up with brain rot shit, so they never have much innocence. I mean, I don't know, bro. We got traumatized. So, like, if you think about any of our childhood stories, a lot of our childhood stories were sanitized, right? They were watered down. Like, if you ever read the original stories of like The Little Mermaid, uh, Little Red Riding Hood, all of those stories, the kids die. Like they're supposed to die. It's supposed to be a scary story to encourage kids or discourage kids from doing stupid shit. Don't go into the forest by yourself. A fucking wolf is gonna eat you. That's a good lesson. If you have the girl win at the end, it doesn't discourage kids from going to the woods. They're like, don't worry, someone's gonna come save me. Um, and so over time, yeah, the stories get more and more sanitized. But I mean, if we just knew that Humpty Dumpty was a guy that fell off a wall, I don't think that would have traumatized me. I watched like cartel killings when I was a kid, bro. Oh my God, Rolando, I told you, it's called Your Mind. The artist, DA Games. Type it all together. None of us know how to pronounce the artist name. Whole semester, I will be there. Most kids go by themselves. I'm not about that life. Fell in love with the school and his counselors from Houston. Oh, his counselors from Houston. That's cool. And so, what part of Mexico does your fiance live in? Is it in the same spot, or are you just gonna be? I imagine y'all will be closer to each other. I grew up reading GTA 3, Vice City, and San Andreas. You grew up reading? I was about to say, you're a super fucking nerd. I was gonna say, I didn't even know there was something you could read for that. Bro, that's like when I say I would like watch some anime and people are like, you gotta read the manga. And I'm like, why would I do that if I already watched the anime, bro? Like, I'm not gonna go read a comic after I already saw the show. Now, if you tell me to read before I watch the show, that kind of makes sense, but I'm not gonna go read after I watch the show. Honestly, if there's an anime for it, I'm not gonna read the manga. Like, I would rather watch the show. But that's just me. That's just me. Bro, I loved reading Minecraft. Hey, man. But the mangas usually have more to the story. You know, I don't doubt that. I was a super voracious reader as a kid. I mean, I don't know. If you follow me anywhere outside of YouTube, you probably know I read a shit ton of books even to this day. And usually books are way better than movies because there's way more detail. And you have to imagine the shit yourself, you know what I mean? Even if there's some kind of pictures in the book, the words that they use is just more vivid than watching the story. Like this, you don't have to figure anything out. The pictures are just playing if you're watching a series or a movie, right? So I get what you're saying, but if the anime exists, I probably will not read the manga. That's what I'm saying. And I will not read a book after I see a movie. The only way I would do that is if the movie is executed poorly, and I mean just horrid, and people are like, but the book was amazing. Then there's a good chance that I would read the book. Bentley Brown back. I'm back. I'm back. Rolando, give me a preview of the lyrics. Tell me like the least disturbing line. Something that you could type in the chat that's not gonna get removed. Or like censor it or something. Same spot. School is close to her family. We moving her in December. Then heading back to Monterrey. That's cool, man. That's super cool. I think as a kid, I don't know if I would have appreciated a study abroad as a kid, but now that I'm this age, I definitely think it would have been cool to do some kind of study abroad something as a kid. Um, you know, my dad is fluent in Arabic, and he tries so hard to make me learn Arabic, and I just be like, bro, nobody's fucking speaking Arabic at my school. Like, I don't want to speak Arabic, and to this day, I don't speak Arabic. I speak some, but I definitely can't communicate. I can like do greetings. I can count. Uh, but he used to like give me incentives, like I'll give you $2,000 if you finish this Arabic book, and you can say all of the stuff in the book in six months or something. And I'll be like, yeah, no, bro, I'm not wasting my time doing that. Imagine Two Girls, One Cup, but in song form. I'm gonna make you scared of me. You're my ecstasy. That doesn't sound that bad. Do you guys know damn, what is his name? Joey Jihad. I can't think of his name, but he has a song and it's like, do you remember me? I killed your family and now I'm going to kill you too. That song. See, I can listen to gruesome stuff if it's like creative. Like there was one line in that song where he says, and then your throat, and I smashed those tiny mirrors inside of your skull. Like, I was like, that's deep. Because right before that, he said, I looked into your eyes and I saw the reflection of a man that you and I both hate very much. And then he said, I smashed those tiny mirrors inside of your skull. So it was a very gruesome song, but it was like poetic at the same time. Am I Muslim? I wouldn't say so. My parents are. My parents are. I wouldn't say I qualify. You know, in one of my English classes this week, I learned that in Spanish they don't say Muhammad because one of my I don't know if Giselle's still in the chat, but someone that she knows, one of my students, Lena, was telling me something that she was learning, and she kept saying, I forgot it, Moama. Muhammad. How do you say it, Giselle? I don't even know. But she kept saying that, and she was like, "You don't know him?" And I'm like, "No." And then she was like telling me the story, and I'm like, "Oh, Muhammad." Like, and she's just like, "Muhammad," and I'm like, "Oh yeah, Muhammad." Like, Mahatma. That sounds off. Bad things. Yes, yes, yes. Bad things. Mahoma. That's what it is. Yeah, 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 Rolando. And so yeah, she kept saying that, and at first when she was saying it, I didn't recognize it. And then when she like I said, she started talking about her class, and she was like, "Oh yeah, he founded this religion and blah 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 blah." And I'm like, "Oh, Muhammad." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's actually my hyphenated last name. Most people don't know that I have two last names. I'm a rare American. I'm not Latino, and I have two last names." LOL, I qualify. Mahatma. But I think you're talking about Gandhi, Giselle. I'm talking about the Prophet Muhammad and the Islam and the Muslim religion. Oh my God, there was a mosquito in here. Oh, hell nah. I can't go to sleep like that, bro. But yeah, anyways, like I said, technically I have a hyphenated last name. Uh, but the cool thing is, I don't know when exactly, but it technically got removed from most of my documents when I joined the military. Giselle, oh my God, keep up with the chat. We're talking about Spanish. That's why I said Lena was telling me about Mahoma. And I didn't know what she was referring to at first because I've literally just never heard that in Spanish. And so when she kept saying it and she was telling me, and I was like, oh, you're talking about Muhammad. And then I said, Muhammad is my second last name. This Christmas play, Winter Horrorland by Kawhi Sprite. It'll traumatize the whole family, and you'll never have to cook Christmas dinner again. You know, you already told us that you're young, JGCU, so this stuff is all probably deep and traumatizing to you, but you can't even imagine the things that we've seen and heard. That is not gonna traumatize anybody's family. You're Latino now. We claim you. You run with us now. We ride at dawn. Bro, did you hear what that dude said at the Trump rally today about Puerto Rico, bro? That was insane. Brandon tapping in. Strange things about the Johnsons. Now that would traumatize somebody. I still remember the first time I watched that in college, bro. We had to turn that shit off, bro. And like this was really before Twitter was popping. I was in college. I went to college in 2010. Twitter started popping for real in like 2012. And so I remember people was like, "Ew, bro, that Strange Things About the Johnson movie is crazy." So me and my boy were like, "We gotta check this shit out. Everybody's talking about this shit." Man, we put that shit on, bro. I was so uncomfortable. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not watching this whole thing, bro. To this day, I have not watched the whole thing. I heard there was like some deep meaning to it. All I needed was 5 minutes. I'm like, we turning this movie off, bro. Keep in mind, I've seen The Human Centipede, a Serbian film, all kinds of sick shit. That shit made me uncomfortable, bro. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. Like when somebody has a sick mind, bro, they don't need to show you like crazy details. They're creative enough to just make you wild uncomfortable. I probably will never finish that movie. Rolando, you didn't hear? Bro, this dude was speaking at the Trump rally today, and he was like, lots of things are going on, okay? He's like, if you haven't heard, there's a giant mountain of trash floating in the middle of the ocean. He was like, I think they call it Puerto Rico. And I was like, what the what kind of joke is that, bro? I'm like, you about to lose hella voters. Like, and even this was a Trump rally, and even the crowd was kind of just like, they didn't really make any noise. They were like, what the fuck kind of joke was that, bro? And like, I don't know. It was weird, bro. Like, it was weird. Giselle says she's not good at multi-conversation. I'm gonna do a live watch on IG during Christmas. Nah, nah, bro. I ain't never watching that movie in full, bro. Anyone that can sit down and watch that full movie, I'm suspicious of you, bro. But I will say, I didn't finish the Serbian film either. Like sometimes I'm just like, bro, where's this shit going? Like, I'm not gonna watch something just to be edgy. Like, there's only probably been a handful of times where I was watching something and I'm like, this is actually uncomfortable. Giselle, why is it so bad? I don't care about spoilers. I'm gonna tell you why it's so bad. The opening scene. This is the very first scene of the movie. It's a little boy doing his thing in the bedroom, right? And he's looking at a picture, but you can't see what the picture is. And his dad opens the door and he's like, "Oh, sorry." And then he sits down and he's like, "Hey, what you're doing? It's normal. You're a boy, you're experiencing things, blah, blah, blah." And he's like, "Don't let me interrupt you." And he leaves the room and the kid goes back to doing it. And you see the picture and it's his dad. And you're like, "Oh, what the That's how the movie starts. That's the first thing you see. After that, you see a series of incidents where like they're taking family pics and the son's like squeezing his dad's butt and basically he's raping his dad multiple times. It's an abuse thing. It happens a lot. And the whole thing, I guess what people said, it was like it was supposed to put eyes on sexual abuse within families, but from a different standpoint. Because if it was the typical dad abuses his kids or his wife, it's so common that it doesn't even make you feel anything. So by making the son do it to the dad, it was supposed to generate feelings, and it did. And I was like, I'm turning this shit off, bro. You found the update on the kid, Axa? What happened? His parents are meth addicts. I already know. It's Washington. Also, Brandon, I did overall heavy bag and mitts. Today I did 15 rounds, bro. And I am not in the shape that I was in before. When I tell you, like, bro, I think I have it on video. On the last round, and this is a rare occurrence for me, Brandon. This is not something that I can say has happened too many times in my life. It was like a couple seconds short of the end of the round, and I was like, bro, nah, I gotta stop. Like I'm about to pass out. And normally I'll be like, whatever. If I pass out, I pass out. Not that I've ever passed out before, but I'll just be like, whatever. I'm not a bitch. But obviously with the surgery and stuff, I was thinking, I'm like, if I actually pass out, I might fall backwards and like rip my legs again. I was like, nah, I can't risk it. I was like, I need to walk to the turnbuckle and and hold on to something. So you didn't hear about the one shake at the thing? Rolando, is this some kind of joke? I feel like the way you type that, it has to be a joke. Yeah, like who do you sit to watch this movie with? You should not sit and watch it at all. That's my point. But me, I watched it with my best friend in college, and we literally turned it off like 5 minutes in. Like we were trying to laugh, but it was so uncomfortable that we couldn't even keep laughing. We are just like, this shit is disgusting, bro. Like incredibly disgusting. Yeah, Brandon, I got you. And you know what? I can even send you my own criticisms of myself. I'm a bit of a perfectionist, so even with an injury, I'm just like, I can't believe I was leaning over my front leg so far. My best friend's just like, bro, you had a surgery 8 months ago, bro. You're not back to 100%. I'm like, I don't care, bro. I don't like looking at this shit. Shake my booty. Rolando, I'm about to take away your moderator status and kick you out of the group. Oh my god. That was a 50-year-old dad joke. That was insane, bro. But I already knew it was a joke because you're like the shake at the thing. I'm like, come on, dog. In my troll years, I've informed people to watch it with their families. That's fucked up, bro. But that's technically their own fault because, like, I've never watched a movie in my life without looking at the reviews and checking out a preview. And if you watch a preview, you're going to be like, something's up with this shit. I knew something was weird about it when we watched the preview, but I was in college. I didn't care. You know what I'm saying? I was like, let's see what it's about. Rolando's ready to watch the movie now. I think Rolando might have already watched it. Definitely send with criticism. I will, bro. I gotta see how I'm gonna have to chop them up. They're long videos. Like I said, I did like 10 rounds on the bag, which I don't think I recorded anything. And then I did 5 rounds of miss, bro. And I was dead, bro. Go Chiefs. Who did the Chiefs play today? I saw somebody catch a Hail Mary today, right before I logged on to YouTube. I saw someone catch the craziest Hail Mary. And I saw the opposition was talking mad shit because they thought the game was over, and then he caught the Hail Mary at the very last second. It was wild. There's a YouTube troll. Which that name? There's a YouTube troll. Which that name? Who trashes? I'm guessing that's supposed to be with that name. Who trashes Islam? La vida que yo tengo para una puta mierda. Have you heard of a YouTuber named? I don't even know how to say that. No, I haven't heard of him. Bro, I don't be watching YouTube. I get on YouTube to listen to music and to watch very, very specific podcasters. But I don't just be like bouncing around YouTube like just checking out random shit that I don't care about. I didn't know people did that. That's why I'm always really confused about how random people get into live. But that's why I always ask people like, how'd you end up here? And they're like, oh, I just fucking saw a random live stream and clicked on it. I'm like, really? I've never done that in my entire life. If I saw a live stream of someone that I didn't know, there's absolutely no chance I would click it because there's nothing. I don't know what they're talking about. There's nothing that would make me want to click it. But everyone has their thing. And I'm glad people do it because they end up here and we have good conversations. But, like I said, the person you're talking about, I would never see them because whatever they make content about is probably not the shit that I watch. I hope everyone in here has a good week. Me too, man. I hope you have a good week too. How's life? How's your job? Yo, bro, you still be having goat milk? Or nah? I'm gonna wait to ask my second question. I'm gonna wait to see if you be having goat milk still. You keep that goat. All right. Can goat milk go on a plane or nah? I know like the rules for like carry on shit is like nah, but if you check a bag, can you put milk in the bag or nah? Cause Axel's in Washington. I might need her to scoop some goat milk from you, bro. When you check your phone, don't laugh. I saw your name pop up on the text, but what is it? Where is Axel? Axel came in the stream and told us about some sad little kid, but she never told us. It's an ex-Muslim. He was arguing against a fundamentalist Sunni on the topic of child marriage. The Sunni was arguing for marriage as soon as 13. Bro, you be watching some weird stuff. That'd be dope if you could, but I think they would shut it down. Dang. Want some goat milk, dog. But you probably, nah. But if you mail it, it's gonna be in the sun and shit. Can't trust no goat milk in the sun. So you never tried birria? Where did that come from, bro? Of course I've tried it. What are you talking about, bro? Rolando and Giselle, I need to dissect. I need to open your skull, pull out your brain, study every single wrinkle, because I know there's a lot of wrinkles on your brain. And I want to look and say, what is going on? I just want to know where that comment came from. I'm trying to look at all the previous chats. I'm trying to think. Calling someone smooth brain is the coldest. I say his brain has a lot of wrinkles. I'm saying that he's incredibly intelligent. His brain probably has too many wrinkles. He need to put an iron on that motherfucker. He needs to get a little more smooth brain like the rest of us. You know what I'm saying? I probably got 5, 10, 15 wrinkles. Rolando probably got 1,000. Giselle, what did you do? You were a nerd just like Rolando. Also, this might be something that only Giselle can appreciate, but maybe Rolando. But one of my students was talking to me, and she said, "Freakies," and I was like, but she was speaking in English, right? And so she tried to do a 1-to-1, and she said, "Blah blah blah," because I'm so freaky, and I was like, "Whoa." I don't want to hear that shit. We don't talk like that in class. And she was like, "No, like I'm freaky." And I was like, and then she was trying to tell, I'm like, "Oh, you're trying to say you're a geek, like you're a nerd." And I'm like, "Yeah, see, this is why you gotta be careful when you try to do translations. You're like, oh, this sounds like this. Like, nah, bro. That ain't the same in English. That's highly inappropriate." It was a basic question, but where did it come from though? Rolando, you just came out of nowhere and said so. You said so too, like so you've never tried it. That sounds like there was a reason that you said it. It didn't come out of nowhere. Imagine right now if I'm like, so you've never ate beef? You'd just be like, what the fuck? Why'd you ask me that? Yeah, bro, it was hilarious because it literally took me like a good 2 minutes to try to get the idea of what she was talking about. Because you know, when someone says the wrong thing, I'm like, what could she be trying to say? Because there wasn't much context at first. She was just like, I'm just so freaky. And I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, I don't know why you think this is the space that you can say that, but it's not that space. And then only because I reacted the way that I reacted, was she was kind of just like, well, maybe that's not the right word. And I'm like, I don't know, but you need to figure a different word out. And then she told me what she was trying to say. And I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, that's not freaky. Do I teach in person or online? Online. Oh, nobody saw that. Do-do-do-do-do. Oh man, it's been a long day. Job is cool, but I work like 5 hours, if that. Yeah, but with time, that'll change. Especially like, I don't. How long have you been doing it? I can't remember, but honestly, bro, it takes a good. I feel like it takes 6 months before you start reaping the benefits, and it takes probably a year before you're like, okay, now I'm swimming in it. Now I got my loyal people. I got them telling other people, because like, if you think about it, people go through trainers, bro. They they have two, three, four trainers that train them for a month, and either they have problems or that trainer leaves the gym or whatever, and so they don't know what they're getting. Even if you're good for the first week, 2 weeks, they don't have confidence that you're gonna stay. You know what I mean? And when I worked at LA Fitness, bro, I worked there for 6 years, bro. So I had, bro, there was like kids that I trained that, like, let's say I trained them when they were 17, 18. They went to college and finished college, and they came back and they're like, damn, bro, like, you're still here. That's crazy. I never seen a trainer work at a gym this long before. And so, honestly, bro, I didn't even want to leave. If COVID didn't happen, I probably would still be in Washington working that job. But yeah, bro, always the chivo, bro. Giselle, why did you randomly say 600 hours? Sometimes I need to process their comments. Is the 600 hours related to that? See, this is what I'm talking about. Giselle and Rolando, their brains are on a different plane. Yeah, bro. For me, consistency is not hard. I I'm a man of routine. Anybody that knows me knows I'm a man of routine. I do not like getting out of my routine, bro. I take my naps mainly at the same time every day. Once I set my schedule, I hate with a passion going outside of my schedule, bro. And so if somebody's like, "Oh, like, do you think you could do this?" And I'm like, no, because that's not what I plan to do today. Like, so if somebody's like, hey, yo, you trying to go do this? I'm like, nah, bro. Like, if you didn't give me like a week or two advance, like, I don't want to do it because I'm mentally prepared to do this shit today. That's what I do. That consistency helps me in all facets of my life. And so every time I break my pattern, I feel like I'm losing my consistency. I hate it. To end up, what? Oh, you're trying to say to end the rookie phase. I think that's what you're trying to say, to finish the rookie phase and whatever. But what was that related to though? I don't really think that applies to being a trainer, but 600 hours is quite a long time. And like I said, it has more to do with actual time versus time worked. We're not necessarily talking about mastering something. We're talking about the time that it takes for people to believe that you're going to stay at the gym. You know, you don't even have to be good. But if someone knows that you're going to be there for 2 years, 3 years, they're going to be comfortable putting their life in your hands because you're not going to abandon them next month, right? So you might not be the best in the world, but they believe that you're in it to win it. There's people that just do that shit for quick money. There's a lot of people that do training for quick money, um, and they're sham artists. Like they're like, oh, I can get you this, I can get you that, blah blah blah, because they're trying to get in and get out. They're trying to make hella money in a short amount of time and dump all their clients and take that money and go do something else with it. So, in order for people to believe that you're not doing something like that, it's gonna take, like I said, actual time. It wouldn't matter how much labor you put into them if all of that labor was in a short amount of time, if that makes sense. Yeah, bro. For us, it's 10,000 hours. It might be 600 hours over there in Colombia. I don't know what they got going on. For us, it's 10,000 hours. It's the 10,000 hour rule. 600 hours, you're not a freshman anymore. I don't know what that's for. Maybe for languages. But for mastery, in America, we use the 10,000 hour rule. Maybe that's why we're number one. That's what we tell. That's what we tell our kids. We tell everybody in America we're number one at everything. And then people pull up charts and they're like, "Well, you guys don't have this," and we're like, "Ah, that chart's bullshit. Somebody made that shit over there in fucking Europe or some shit. We're number one, bro." It came. It came one with a book. About business. Yeah, I know the book. I read it when I was a child. My dad made me read a lot when I was a kid. I personally don't subscribe to the 10,000 hour rule, but I get why other people do. But I'm just different. I'm special. So I don't believe in shit like that. Plus, I believe in intention. I don't believe in time, which is why we can see, even in language, we can see people that spend the same amount of time doing something, and one person has a way better accent, one person has way better control of their grammar, one person has this, that, and the other, because they're more intentional about what they're doing. Um, so to me, it's not always time. I see it in sports when I train people. Somebody could spend the exact same amount of time boxing as someone else, and someone could be a way better fighter because they understand I need to be super intentional about this. And they're asking me questions. They're like, what? Like, why do I need to do this? Why do I need to do that? Charlie, my boy. I really like the Spanish is not a journey, it's a song video. You like that one, bro? I appreciate that, man. You know, that's all. That's what I like, man. I like when people watch the video and they just get something out of it. I don't give a shit about ever making money from YouTube or ever being like some fucking influencer or something. As long as one person watches the video and they're like, "That was a good video," that's all I need, bro. That's my fuel to make another video. Intention with no time commitment. Here's the thing, Giselle. Nobody that's intentional would not commit time. You know what I mean? You wouldn't be so interested. For me, it's easy to talk about things in sports because I'm a lifelong athlete. Never in my entire life have I seen someone that was intentional about learning boxing, about learning weightlifting, about learning anything that did not also commit their time. What I usually get are people that talk a lot of shit. I usually get people that are like, bro, I want to be a world champion. I want to be this. I want to be that. And when I get them in a session, they're like, is that really important? Oh, do you really have to do this? Or I just feel like I'm starting from scratch. And I'm like, well, it sounds like you don't actually want to fucking be a world champion. It sounds like you don't actually want to improve yourself. You like the idea of the results, but you don't actually want to spend intentional time doing something. My dad always told me, practice doesn't make perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect. And so, as a kid, ever since I've been young, I've always known like I can't just show up. Like just being there for 10,000 hours is not actually gonna make you a master. Some people think that. I uh I know that I have to really put my mind to it. This is what I mean. Oh, okay, so we're on the same page. You stay true to that philosophy and I want to be a content creator. Yeah, I mean, I'm not against like whatever comes. Like, that's like what happened to me on Instagram. Like I have 15,000 or so followers on Instagram. And I don't, honestly, sometimes when people in real life, like my coworkers or something that stumble upon my Instagram, they're like, bro, how'd you get all those followers? And I'm like, I couldn't tell you, bro. I literally just post myself working out. And if people ask me questions, I always help people, which, you know, uh, in the greatest sense of karma, it helped me because when I got hurt in Colombia, I needed money to get a surgery the same day. I needed a lot of money actually. And all of my Instagram followers raised the money for me on the same day. And like there were so many people, I gotta make sure I don't want to cry on the stream. But there were so many people that like sent like big, big money, bro. I'm talking 500,000, $500, $1,000. And they were like, bro, I remember for like 3 weeks straight, I was asking you questions and you answer all my questions and you never charged me and blah blah blah. And so that's what I do it for, bro. Not to get anything in return, but just I don't know, just to be good, just to help people. And like I said, whatever comes with it comes with it. But I'm not looking to be an influencer. It's like that Bruce Lee quote. I'll be worried about the guy who practices a kick 10,000 times, not the guy who practices 10,000 kicks once. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yep, that's literally the intention that I'm talking about. And I always tell people that too. King TV D can tell you in the Spanish WhatsApp group. I always tell them, like, you don't need to add 20,000 more vocabulary words. Like, you need to be better at saying the basic sentences that you already have. Like, people want to say, like, all kinds of fancy shit, and they can't say what they did earlier in the day. They can't say like he asked me to do this. They can't say he wants me to come here. They pause and they have to think really hard, but they want to use like Harvard level fucking vocabulary in random spots. And I'm like, why? Like you can communicate yourself very well without ever using huge vocabulary words. And more than likely, if you can't uh like really, I don't know, if you don't have mastery of the lower level grammar, you're probably gonna use that big vocabulary word wrong, incorrectly. Even in English, we hear that shit all the time, right? Like you can tell when someone's talking from a thesaurus. I'm just like, bro, you don't know what that word means. It's like when Schwarzenegger said about counting push-ups once his body started to hurt. Muhammad Ali said that too. Or maybe one of them got it from the other one. But Muhammad Ali said the same thing. He said he doesn't count until he starts getting tired. That's dope. When you go into things with good intentions and a pure heart, you're usually rewarded. Definitely karma. Yeah, man, I was super grateful because I'm not a man that gets stressed out easily. But oh yeah, when they gave me that bill, I was a little stressed out. I was like, bro, I'm like, and so like if we can't get the money, then what? And they're just like, then we're gonna transfer you and you can wait and blah blah blah. And I'm like, bruh, like I need the surgery today. That's kind of my exact problem. I'm able to have conversations with people, but life isn't full of conversations.
I can't do the little interactions that you would have with strangers.
Yeah, you know what, man? That's what I tell people too. I'm like, I like having those YouTube conversations, right?
But those YouTube conversations are generally based around the learning process. I'm always asking people like, "Oh, how did you learn Spanish? Oh, what's your process?" And whenever they make videos, they're also always talking about that. So it becomes really easy for them to talk about that, right? And then you sound a lot more fluent than you really are. And people are like, dang, that guy's good. But like you just said, if they saw you at a barber shop, at the grocery store, just talking to someone random about the most random little thing, they might see that that fluency has a lot of cracks in it.
I remember with my physical therapist, man, in Colombia right before I left, she taught me so many little words, bro.
Especially just because like I had never dealt with an injury like that, so I had no uh vocabulary like related to therapy or like anything really past basic body parts, right? Like I know shoulder, chest, blah blah blah, but when you start talking about what muscles do, uh the actual words for rupture, strain, bruise, all kinds of shit. Like in those conversations that I had with her in those maybe last 4 months that I was in Colombia, I was like, God damn, there's a lot of stuff that I don't know, bro. Like, if I was able to record those conversations, you would probably be like, I thought this dude's Spanish was a lot better than that. But that's just how it goes. Like the like you kind of like you said, the more regular the convo is, the more difficult it actually is sometimes, especially because the advanced words, there's a lot of cognates, right? There's a lot of words like like president, presidente, like they sound alike. But when you start talking about daily stuff, it doesn't sound the same. They're not even close. So if you don't know it, it's just like you're fucked. Like somebody has to explain it to you. I can't even imagine what you went through. Yeah, it was a process. Uh, One of the coolest things though, my friend, uh, the one that taught me Spanish, right? He was like, he's like, bro, I'm so proud of you. He was like, when you came out of the surgery, you were so drugged up, and you like still had a full conversation with the nurse. And he was like, that's when I was like, you definitely know Spanish for sure. If you can speak it when you're in that kind of consciousness with no trouble, then like it's just like in your brain. And I was like, that is cool. That is cool. But I won't lie, bro. Like the whole process, like having to talk to doctors, like when they're asking like all the questions about your medical history and shit, bro. Those questions, sometimes those are difficult in English, bro. So they'll be asking me if I had a history of this, that, and the other. And I'll just be like, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I've never been through this before. Americans don't go to the hospital that much. We can't afford it. So, he's asking, like, when is the last time you did this? And I'm like, I don't know if I've ever done that, bro. I don't go to the hospital. A lot of people might learn enough Spanish to go on vacation, but think about having to go through an event like you did in another country.
Yeah, man, I was definitely grateful that I could speak Spanish in that moment because, bro, at the hospital I was at, like,
There was no medical interpreters. There was,
one of the dude who actually did my surgery, I have a feeling
that he could probably speak okay English, but not better than my Spanish because he didn't feel the need to try to speak English. There was only one time where like I can't even remember what he said. He asked me something. He asked me did I feel something, and I wasn't 100% sure what he was asking. And then he said he was like a pup, and I was like, oh wow, you know some English. And then I saw on his wall that he actually went to John Hopkins. So I'm like, oh, this dude's mad educated. So I have a feeling that he spoke English and he didn't tell us. But either way, like I said, like Besides him, nobody spoke English. All of our day-to-day stuff was in Spanish in the hospital, so I would feel very sorry for anyone. Ow, bro, get off of me. Get off. Lay down. Get in your bed. Get in your bed. Dog's too heavy. The Baxton left a comment that he retracted, but he asked about Black Lagoon anime. I don't know what that is, bro. Sorry. Never seen it. What's it about? I'm not against watching something new. I'd watch it. Pirate mercenary terrorists in Southeast Asia. That's something. Okay, yeah, I might check that out. The only anime I've really seen are Death Note, Attack on Titan, Baki, Parasite. I loved Parasite. That was a good one. What else? I seen Naruto just because I grew up when it was popular. Dragon Ball. I don't know that I've actually seen any anime outside of that. I watched this random anime about some like pink-haired psychic kid. I'm not normally into anime, but Death Note was great. Yeah, Death Note was amazing. You know, that was actually the first thing I've ever watched fully in Spanish. And it's probably the only thing I've ever watched with a Spanish dub that actually sounded good. Oh, Full Metal Alchemist, I watched that as a kid too. Don't listen to awful Sentai dubbing. I never listen to dubs, bro. Like I said, I watched Death Note in Spanish, but that's probably the only dub I've ever watched. Parasite, the Maxim was a Sentai dub. I don't know what that means, bro. I'm not an anime fan like that. I don't know what a Sentai dub is. I watched that shit in Japanese. You watch One Punch Man in Spanish? I watched that in the original language. Any other anime I've seen, I watched in the original language. Hold on, y'all. I gotta put my dog down. Come here. Come here. I'm gonna put you down. Come here. Ah, bro, let me pick you up. What's your problem? Come here. Apollo, leave him alone. Get in your bed. Get in your bed. Lay down. Dude. Am I familiar with Lingopie? Yes. Sentai is the company that dubs lesser known animes. I don't watch dubs, bro. Like I said, I watch Death Note in Spanish. That's the only dub I've ever watched, I think. I would much rather watch stuff in the original language. Lay in your bed. Get in your bed. Get in your bed. You want me to smack you? Get in your bed. I like One Punch Man. What else have I watched? Now you got me thinking, because I've seen more than I think. Because if I watch One Punch Man, oh yeah, I also watched what's that shit called? The Seven Deadly Sins. I watched that. Is that what it's called? The Seven Deadly Sins? Yeah, I think so. I don't watch dubs and prefer the original Japanese audio. but the Canadian dubbing is the best one. Canadian dubbing?
That doesn't sound like something I want to hear.
And I will check out Black Lagoon.
Muñeco, get away from the door. These dogs, man. Yeah, I'll check out Black Lagoon. I don't know if that's really my style, but like I said, I'm not against checking stuff out, see if I like it. You never know. I remember when someone recommended Death Note to me.
I thought that sounded stupid as hell, and I started watching it. I'm like, yo, this is fire, bro.
Oh my God, there's a mosquito in here. I gotta kill it before I go to bed. It's gonna bother me. It's a mosquito or a fly. I don't know which one, but it flew in my ear.
I'm about to freak out, bro.
And it's following me. I keep seeing it buzz. We're going to a place nearby. I gotta go. So baby, I'm sorry. Just wanna tell you don't worry. I will be late. Don't stay up and wait for me. My battery's low. I gotta go. We're going to a place nearby. What else you got for me, man? Black Lagoon and what else? You gotta give me 3 things, bro, because if I watch Black Lagoon and it sucks,
then I'm not gonna want to listen to you anymore. But if you give me 3 things and at least one of them's good, I'm gonna be like, hey, bro, recommend me more stuff like this. Next time we talk, I want to tell you about this automatic AI video editor called Opus Clips, because I think it will work for your kind of content.
damn, Charlie just said your content is ass, bro. Let me help you. Nah, I'm just playing. All right, yeah, just text me whenever, bro. I'll look it up when I get off here, but honestly,
Even though I say I don't want to be a content creator, it doesn't hurt to improve your content, you know? People are watching it. I should at least give them a better experience, you know? So
I'm not against that.
I should improve my content where I can with the least amount of effort. So I will look into that.
Do, 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 do.
It's 10:06. I said I was gonna stay on here for at least an hour. It's been an hour and 15 minutes, more or less. I think I'm gonna stay on at least until 10:15, 10:30 if the combos are good. But I usually go until the combo starts dying down. There's less people talking now. I think we're getting close to that point. Have a good night, man. Bro, I was in Austin today. Honestly, I be forgetting you live in Austin, bro. I need to.
Seriously, bro. You know what? Not that we need to wait this long, and I don't know if I should tell his plans, but Mike Ben is coming.
He's coming to Texas. He's gonna stay with me in December. So we could all link up in Austin, bro. I'm a real homebody, bro. I don't do shit. I don't know anything. I don't do anything.
And so I told Mike, I'm like, bro, I gotta look up some stuff. We're gonna go to Austin, and
At least for one day out of the weekend, we're gonna have some fun and do stuff that I would never do.
because if he comes down here and we just kick it in my neighborhood, I'm like, bro, that's boring as shit, bro. Like, nah, I gotta show him some stuff. So I might need your help, bro. Might need you. Do-do-do-do. Yeah, I gotta look up some stuff to do in Austin. I'm not really a go out kind of guy. I went to Austin last month or the month before that to go see Angelo Colina and his comedy show. By the way, anyone who's listening who cares, I messaged Angelo Colina and I asked him if he records his comedy shows because he spent like a minute talking to me in Spanish, and I'm like, "Do you record your shows, bro? Can I get that clip?" And he's on a nationwide tour right now. It's like his biggest tour ever. And he was like, "Yeah, bro, I'll send it to you when I get back home at the end of the year." I looked at his tour dates. That shit is dead ass, like December 28th. And he was like, "So yeah, right at the new year, I will cut the clip out of us talking and send it to you." And I was like, "Thanks, man." But I really want to be like, "Bitch, send me that shit right now. I don't want to wait till 2025. I could die tomorrow, bro." I'm typically either at work or at home too, but today we went to some Asian food festival. That was pretty awesome. See, that's what I'm trying to do, bro. I'm trying to do something like that. Something that I don't normally do, but it will be fun because Mike's gonna be down here. When you're kicking it with friends or when people are visiting, you gotta step outside your comfort zone a little bit. If it was my life, it'll just be working out. But somebody's not. I can't have him fly all the way down here and just leave him in the house the whole weekend. So, we need to find something to do in Austin. If not Austin, then San Antonio or something. But I like Austin, so. Bye, Charlie. I don't want to hold you up, man. Stay in touch, man. Do you feel me though, bro? I was like, damn, the end of the year. I was, bro. I even met when I messaged him because I'm a serious guy, bro, about stuff that I want. And so when I message people to do podcasts, when I message them, I'm always like, if you got a price, tell me the price. I'll consider paying it. I'm not saying I will pay it, but I'm letting you know that this is a serious business transaction. I'm not on BS. Most people are like, oh no, I'll do it for free. Cool. I did the same thing with Angelo Colino, bro. I was like, do you record the shows? If you do, can I get that clip? If I need to pay money, tell me the price. And he's like, nah, don't worry. You don't have to pay a price. I will talk to my editor and we'll send it to you at the end of the year when I get done with the tour. Man, I went and looked at that fucking tour date, bro. I was like, damn. Shit's not even gonna be fun by that point, bro. I'm not even gonna want the clip no more, bro. At least it was cool. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. As I was reading the message, I'm like, oh shit, he responded. He said yes at the end of the year. And I was like, what? I looked, I'm like, dog. I'm like, that shit is so far away, bro. Oh my God, bro. I'm like, whatever, man. I can't hate. Like, dude's literally on a tour. Like, he's doing a comedy show like every day, bro. I'm sure I'm the least of his concerns. And I'm like, that's fair. Like, he probably does a show and literally just rests and travels to the next city to do the next show. So he's definitely not gonna be taking an hour or two out of his day to send me a clip, a clip that's probably not even funny to him or interesting to him. He's just like, I guess if you want it, I'll send it to you. But I literally told him, I'm like, hey, yo, bro, like I got a YouTube channel where like I like showed how I learned Spanish and shit. Cause bro, when he talked to me, he didn't know that I was from America. So that was cooler because he asked me a question and then he was like, where are you from? And I told him and he was like, oh, really? He was like, how are you learning Spanish? And so we talked about that for a minute. Oh, I saw the fucking mosquito again. Where did that shit go? I will kill that bitch before the night is over. But yeah, I talked to him
And so yeah, so when I messaged him, I was like, yeah, I think that clip would be cool to show people like some shit you could do if you start learning today. Like in a couple years, like you could be fucking at a comedy show in Spanish, blah blah blah. And basically, he was like, "Yeah, dope, bro. I'll send it to you next year, bitch." I was like, I mean, what could I say? I was like, "Thanks. I'll be waiting." And what's really gonna make me feel like a bitch is if I gotta message him again, like, "Hey, about that clip." He said, "Fuck your content." I mean, basically, I was like, I mean, what can I say, bro? Like, there's nothing. I'm like, I get it. Like I said, that's pretty unimportant to him. Like, I get it. I get it. I get it. Somebody like, imagine like just having a regular conversation with someone, and then they're like, "Yo, that was so cool, bro. I'm learning English." You'll be like, "Man, that's dope, bro." Like, that was an everyday conversation for me, So I get it. Like I said, that conversation outside of the context of learning Spanish, the conversation that me and him had was not very interesting. Like, let me think. What do we even talk about? Cause I was the setup for his joke. I just ruined it by not being someone from another country. He was saying, "Oh yeah," he was asking like, "Did anyone have a spouse that talked in their sleep?" So I elbowed my wife, and then he was asking me like, "Oh, does she talk in her sleep?" And I was like, "Yep." And then that's when he asked me like where we were from, and we both said America. So he was like, "What the fuck?" And so, yeah, we ruined his joke because his joke was like a funny anti-immigrant joke about people sleep talking and their true feelings coming out and shit. He basically was like, "Yeah, so anyways, on to the next joke because they didn't make my joke work." But yeah, good times. Also, I can't think of the name of the bar that we were at, but on God, I will never go there again, bro. So check this out. I don't even know how to explain this. I really don't. Like I wanted to dine and dash so bad, and there's a chance that I would have if we weren't trying to get a picture with him. Dude, we ordered nothing but drinks, no food. I'm looking at the menu. They got the names of the drinks and shit. Bro, that shit got big numbers next to it. And I'm like, that's expensive. Like, imagine if the drink said like $14 or something. Whatever. Mixed drink, $14. I'm like, that's crazy expensive. I'm just trying to have a good time. I'm taking my wife out, bro. Like, we've been waiting to go to this comedy show for like a month. I'm not about to ruin it by bitching about the prices. Dog. We saw people's drinks. Them shits was little. So the waiter asked us, like, "You want to make that a double?" And I looked at her and I'm like, "You don't think a double is double the price though, right?" Like, cause the drink wasn't that much bigger, bro. Like, they just put a little more drink in the same fucking cup. And she was like, "Nah." She was like, "Can you imagine like one cup being $28? There's no way." Cool. The drink I was getting was $16, by the way, not 14. Hers was 14, mine was 16. The show was funny, bro. Besides the first dude, the next three people were funny as fuck. I'm drinking hella drinks, bro. I maybe had 4 drinks. I'm a big dude. I might have had 5. She had like 1, 2 tops. The receipt comes back. That shit was $178, bro. And I'm like, there's no fucking way. This isn't. I'm like, we didn't even get no food, bro. I'm like, yo, I had like 4 or 5 drinks. She had 1 or 2. $178, bro. And so I'm like, so every time we was getting a double for that little extra shit in the same cup, they were really doubling the price, bro. And I knew, deep down inside, I knew that was gonna happen. That's why I literally brought that up to her. I'm like, wouldn't that be a $32 drink? And she's like, nah, it's not gonna be that much money for a little bit of extra alcohol. And I'm like, yeah, I guess. I'm like, yeah, that would be crazy. A $32 drink. That would be insanely crazy. Bro, I was looking at that receipt. I was like, if I wasn't fresh off the operating table, basically, I can't run. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I'll sprint out of this bitch right now. Bro, I would have pushed the waiter over and just ran out. They don't know who I am. I was so fucking mad, bro. I'm like, they lucky I got $178 in my bank account, bro. I came here expecting to pay $50, $60 max. I'm like, y'all lucky y'all caught me on a good day, because that hoe would have rejected, bro. I cashed out, yeah, I ain't have no choice, bro. And you know, being the good husband I am, when it's date nights and shit, I just pay for everything. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to be like, hey, you didn't send me half of the bill, because that was a lot of money. But I didn't do that because I'm a gentleman. You know what I'm saying? My wife don't be paying for shit when she out with me. But that's the problem with being from the South, man. All that bullshit chivalry stuff. The conversation when Angela was charged on the bill. That's what it felt like, bro. I was like, bro, I've never paid. The only other time, there's 2 times I paid that much money. But at these other places, it was because I had food, bro. So our very first anniversary day, it's always her. Actually, now I'm thinking about it, bro. She's always the reason I'm paying this much money. The very first time, it was our first anniversary dinner, bro. She wanted to go to this place in Seattle. It was one of them places where they don't put the prices on the menu. I already knew something was up with that shit, bro. We had like 1 drink apiece. I might have had 2. We had a meal and dessert. That bitch was $200, bro. I was like, damn. But it was an anniversary dinner, and I was actually prepared to pay a lot of money. That was expected. Drinks, fancy food, fancy. It was alright. The other time was a spot in Puerto Rico, and again, I was actually cool with it because there was food involved, and this particular place, it's like a 4-course, 5-course meal. It's called La Cocina Abierta. If you're ever in Puerto Rico, I actually would recommend that spot. As expensive as it is, Google it. La Cocina Abierta. It's very good. So what they have is like, or at least the 2 or 3 times we went there, they have 4 choices. Yeah, it's in San Juan. They have like, you could choose like meat, or you could choose like beef, vegetable, and like 2 other choices, right? And out of those 4 choices, it's a 5-course meal. So like, obviously I chose beef. They'll have like some kind of steak, right? They cook a steak, and then the next thing is like this, and the next thing is mofongo, and the next thing is a dessert, and the last thing is like a coffee and something or some shit like that. And it was crazy because like at first I was about to get mad because it was like one of those fancy restaurants where like the plate's hella small and the food and the thing is like hella small. It's like a little piece of steak with like a little something on the top of it. And I'm like, man, this bullshit ain't about to fill me up. But bro, that shit was so good. And it actually did fill me up. Like by the time you get through the 5 courses, I'm like, yo, this shit was good, bro. And I'm actually full. Like, and it's dope because like the waitress like does hella explanations. Like this mofongo was originally the recipe of my grandmother that blah blah blah. And she came from France and all this other shit. Also, that shit cost me a good $150 to $200 as well. But when I'm on vacation, I don't be tripping. I'll be like, whatever. If I come back and I'm homeless, it's all good because we have fun in Puerto Rico. But yeah, like I said, at places like that, I expect to spend a lot, right? I was not expecting to spend that much on purely drinks in Austin, bro. We already paid $100 for the comedy show, bro. You know what I'm saying? Damn, that shit pissing me off thinking about it, bro. I should go leave them a bad review. That shit was crazy, bro. I'm trying to think of what that shit was called. I don't want to say the wrong name and like defame somebody else's bar. So yeah, nah, I ain't gonna say it. I can't remember the name of the actual bar. That's how vacations be, YOLO, everything maxed out, facts. But then you get back and you just be like, damn, I shouldn't have did that, bro. That should be feeling good when you're on vacation. For real, for real. I need to go back to Puerto Rico, man. I haven't been to Puerto Rico since maybe 2022. Cause we used to go every December. Cause it was like we went there for our honeymoon, and so we're just gonna go back every December as like an anniversary trip. And then of course we went to Colombia in 2023. Bro, relax. You need to relax. It's not the time for zoomies. All right, lay down. Yeah, we went to Colombia in 2023, so we didn't end up going to Puerto Rico. I travel a lot. You know what, man? You say that, but it don't feel like that to me, bro. I mean, like we spent so much time in Colombia that kind of Apollo, get out of his face. Leave him alone. You about to piss me off, bro. Uh, yeah, we spent so much time in Colombia that it kind of like feels like we travel more than we really do. But really, like, bro, besides us going to Colombia for a year, before that, like, it was just a trip to Puerto Rico every year. It wasn't like it's not like we take like 4 or 5 trips a year or something. We ain't got money like that. The whole year we just be like, damn, I can't wait till December for Puerto Rico. It'd be February. We just be like, yo, but when we get to Puerto Rico, all of this bullshit at work's gonna be worth it. That shit's 10 months away, bro. We go for 1 week in December, and then you just dream about that shit again for the rest of the next year. I'm trying to like I'm about to just lie right now. I was about to say something, but I'm like, this is a lie. I was about to say I'm trying to get rich to the point where I could just go chill off somewhere like that for 2 or 3 or 4 weeks. I'm lying. I don't even wanna get that rich. It would be nice, but I just be talking. Do I go to clubs out there? Nah, you know what, man? I'm not really a club type, to be honest. Like, the only time I've ever been to the club, or the only time I go to clubs, or when I'm with friends that will be going anyways, right? They're gonna go, and I'm with them, and I'm like, well, I'm not about to fuck their party up and be like, nah, I don't club, I'm not going. So I was like, I'll go. Even in Colombia, I went to the club a couple times, but it was because Will went, and we were already out with him, and he's like, "Oh, let's just put up to this club and dance and blah blah blah." So I'm like, okay, like I'm not gonna say no. Get in your bed. Yeah, bro, he definitely wants my attention. I used to say if I hit the lotto, I'll keep working. The older I get, the more I'm ready to quit my job. Bro, yeah, if I hit the lottery, I would not be working, bro. I would do something that's similar to a job where like I think I would just train people for free. Like I would get like very willing people and I would train them for free. Not just like no regular people that are like, oh, I would like to lose some weight. I'm talking about people that maybe don't have money, but they're like, man, like if I had a trainer, I would be so serious. I would be in there with you every day. I would lock in and whatever, like some athlete or something like that. I absolutely would not be working. All I know is club in your hand. I mean, I can't hate on it. Everybody got their thing. But nah, I never been to the club in Puerto Rico. You know, everybody that goes, they tell me it's a nice club scene, especially like in Old San Juan and shit. But I be like, I think I got PTSD from America, bro, because like the club just spooks me out, bro. I'm like, bro, somebody's gonna start shooting in this bitch. That's what I always think. Cause in my city, like where I'm at right now, this is a very good neighborhood. This is where I spent most of my teenage years. But how do I explain this? There's my city, which is the suburbs, and then right next to it, and I mean right next to it, is the city of Killeen, which is like, bro, I can like. There's been more than 5 times that I've been in the club and people start shooting in that bitch. So for me, it's like a it's not a like that will be crazy. It's like a that's what happens at the club. Like people get drunk, they fight, and they start shooting in the club or in the parking lot. So until I'm on the road, I'm like somebody's gonna start shooting in this bitch. Anytime I've been at the club in this city, people shoot. So when I'm in other cities, like I went to the club a couple times in Seattle. I actually saw a fight in Seattle too, outside of the club, but nobody shot though. But I just be thinking like I'm like, oh shit, they're fighting, they about to pull out guns. That's what I think, cause I'm just so used to it. So that's what I think when I go to the club. So I'm not really a clubber. Could I resolve that in my head and get over it? Probably, but I'm not going to. New Orleans, you said? No, no, no. My grandpa's from New Orleans, but I'm in Texas. I'm in Killeen, Fort Hood, Fort Cavazos, if you know where that's at. Um, sounds like where I'm living. I just started going to places outside the hood. I mean, the thing is, around here, bro, like I said, it's a weird dynamic, man. The clubs are not in the hood. The hood just comes to the club, if that makes sense. So, but I know what you're talking about, D, because like I've been to in San Antonio. They call them lounges. I don't know if they call them if they call it that everywhere else, but it's like a club scene, but it's not. Like the club that we're probably both talking about is a sweatbox. Like everybody's packed on the dance floor. It's hot as fuck. It's sweaty. People are bumping into each other, stepping on each other's shoes. And in San Antonio and these other places where I go to lounges, like it's the same physical shit, but there's not as many people in there, and there's like places to sit down, and it's not quite as loud. So it's still kind of like a club, but it's not. It's like more sophisticated. There's probably some kind of dress code too to try to keep to try to keep those people out. So yeah, that's what I started doing too, bro. I was like, I'm not going to no uh real clubs like that anymore. Like I never even liked that shit when I was young, but at this age, I'm like, hell nah, bro. You lived in St. Louis? Ooh, that's horrible. Had to get out, getting too crazy for me. Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's some cities. A city like St. Louis, I wouldn't even go to the club, bro. I wouldn't even attempt it. Man, even in San Antonio there will be shootings. Hell yeah, St. Louis is bad, bro. St. Louis is bad. I'm talking shit. I never even been to St. Louis. I just know people from St. Louis, and I'm like, if this person came from St. Louis can't be good, bro. Only person I've ever heard say St. Louis wasn't bad is my wife, cause she went to college near St. Louis, and I don't know, she had nothing but good experiences. Anybody else is like, bro, don't go to St. Louis. I remember earlier in the live, I was saying like I'm a lyrical person, right? Like I really pay attention to lyrics and stuff. And like people didn't know like Nelly and the Saint Lunatics, they were like real deal thugs, you know what I'm saying? Like their songs are about shootings, drive-bys. People would just be singing it though, like I'm going down, down, baby, your street in the Range Rover. Like he's talking about doing a drive-by. But people like, oh yeah, that shit sounds dope. But that's how St. Louis is. Street sweeper, exactly. College towns are fine. Yeah, she went to what is that school called? I'm blanking. It's because I'm tired. I know the school. It's a lot of weightlifters that go there. I want to say it starts with an L. Problem is, I was in the military, so I'm thinking Fort Leonard Wood in my head, but it's not. It's not Fort Leonard Wood. It is Lindenwood. Lindenwood University. Yeah, Lindenwood. Yeah, she wrestled at Lindenwood. So, like I said, she had good experiences according to her. She said she went to St. Louis for like things here and there. I don't know, baseball games or something like that. And so she said, "Oh no, it was fine." And I'm like, "That's not what I heard. Not what I heard." All right, here's what I'm gonna do, y'all. I'm gonna stay until 10:40, so about 4 more minutes. Cause I was supposed to get off at 10:15, but y'all distracted me with this good conversation. I like it. So, Rob Glow, where are you actually from? You said you're from a small town in Missouri. The conversation definitely picked up. Yeah, it did, bro. It all started with that bar in Austin overcharging me, bro. Is that Rob from the chat? Nah. That's a different Rob. Train Town. It's interesting. GJ, what does that mean? Bro, I can't make any sense of that. See, that's asking Hard Charles comments. High school in the county, though. Mom stayed St. Louis too long. Dad, not so much. Yeah, I've never been to St. Louis before, man. Like I said, it's one of those cities I don't really want to go to. I got no urge to go to Chicago, Detroit. I've actually been to Detroit. Not by choice. I just had a sporting event there when I was younger. Memphis. What'd you miss? You missed everything. We were talking mad shit about you. Like it was like 10 people in the chat, And they were like, "Yo, I'm glad that Giselle character is gone." Like, and then we just started like basically just saying everything that we hate about you. And it was a long list, but we just got done right before you came back. We were like, man, this was exhausting. We spent like 30 minutes just naming everything that we hate about you. Where do you even get that emoji from? What kind of, where's that? That's not on the iPhone. What kind of phone do you have? I'm going down, down, baby. You snoozed? How you taking a nap at 10 o'clock, bro? That's insane. Well, you came back just in time for me to hang up because I said I was getting off at 10:40. So I got one more minute. When it strikes 10:40, I'm clicking because I got some programs to make for my clients. And I got to do it before I get too sleepy. Or they're going to be like, Coach, what are these workouts? You were typing in random shit. Game over. Yeah, that's definitely not an iPhone. You're on a laptop or an Android? Before you did, I downloaded the Chat GPT. The language practice is cool. Oh, that's cool. I was wondering if that was actually gonna help somebody. I think it's a good tool. It's a fake accent, but it's a good tool. All right, it's 10:40. I'm about to peace out before y'all rope me into another 20-minute conversation. It is too expensive, I agree. All right. I'm out. Peace. Y'all have a good night. Talk to y'all later.